You not alone. I am here with you.
Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart.
Don't copyright us though.
Oh yeah, no. How's it going?
That was normal singing.
That was normal singing.
That was bad.
How's it going? So we wanted, we have been kind of experimenting. We're on our phone today, but we had a camera yesterday, a different camera the day before. So
the best quality was yesterday's
Yeah.
video because it was a Canon 70D. What? If you guys know cameras, that's
I don't know
pretty
anything.
good
I used Final Cut Pro yesterday for the very first time. I edited some of our stuff, very basic edits, but
Today we're doing it on the phone.
we're doing it on the phone
Whatever.
today just because it's easier for me to edit because they're
She's a baby.
Yeah, I was a pretty good learner yesterday on Final Cut Pro, wasn't I? Even though you kind of made fun of
archives.
Oh yeah. Oh, social distance.
Not touching.
So what we're gonna do today? We're gonna do two things. I kind of wanted to go over a couple of those questions yesterday that I think we had a Q&A. If you didn't see the video, go watch the video. It was pretty long, and we had a lot of fun doing it. There was two questions yesterday that I kind of wanted to re-go over a little bit because we didn't really answer them. They were actually two big questions. I guess one was the question,
Okay.
and one is something I want to kind of go over again.
Is it BTS again?
Oh my god, so you watched the video yesterday.
Yeah.
So what was my favorite music? It's 100% BTS, and
It's not.
it's the only actual physical CD I actually own. I love
Kelly
them.
Clarkson. Not true.
Well, she's my favorite singer, but BTS is my favorite music, so I love
BTS
it.
is not a music though.
Yeah, well, K-pop, I guess, music. K-pop. I love K-pop. One of the questions was, what got us into WOSO women's soccer? What actually got us into it?
Okay, what
Because
got us into
we
women's
never
soccer?
actually answered that question. The question we answered
We
was
danced around it.
when did we actually really get into it? How did we actually get into it?
You started it.
I started it, yeah. You started it.
Well, you've been into women's soccer for a while. You loosely followed. You know,
Kind of, because like I said,
you knew all like the big events.
I know the
and,
big
like,
events, and I know
yeah.
the lesbianness of it because there's a big lesbian following, and I always have known that. But
Yeah.
Preath got us into WOSO. You cannot deny that.
Yeah, that's right.
100% Preath got us into WOSO. And what we did last summer, Sarah and I had this discussion. We're like, oh, this couple, they're beautiful. They're on the team. They're two of the best players. I've always known Toba Teeth. I've always known Christmas Press, but I don't know them like I know them now. I didn't know them now. And so I said, Sarah, let's do this video. Let's discuss. Does it look like they're a couple? Because we're a lesbian married couple. We should know another couple.
Sometimes.
So we did that video, which
In
happens
case we ever go on a double date.
so you just
You
know
never
it.
know.
I already know about you guys. So that was last July, and I said, let's watch this video. What do we think? And so I said, let's do it for my YouTube channel. It's not be interesting to see what people thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started doing the videos, and then people were really into the videos. So they sent us other videos. They sent us other things. If you watch our old videos, we don't really know a lot of the players.
We don't know them like we know them now.
Yeah, and so that's really what got us in. So when we first started doing the Preath videos, people were so kind and so gracious to be like, this is so and so, this is so and so, and then if we really got into it, but I'm gonna call you out right now.
Call me out.
When we first started doing the videos, Sarah was into it, but she wasn't into it. And then something snapped with her, and then
I think it was after we went to
the first game.
Really?
Okay.
Where I was like,
Then
wow,
Sarah,
these human beings are pretty cool.
She turned into like the mega fan of the group.
More than her. I was just actually watching
Lucy Bronze.
Yeah, I was watching like Lioness, where they do those little like funny interviews.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, so I was just watching that, and I love Lucy Bronze's face.
Yeah.
I mean, she's okay at soccer too, but no.
It's okay.
So yeah.
So you were not as
starting
into
to
it.
get into those babes too.
And then you turned in almost to the mega fan, and I've always kind of, and I don't want to say it's like I'm the person from the game who only cares about the relationships, but that just interests me so much, and I think
know
it's so
the
beautiful.
game more than you do.
You do, and I just love when
I shimmied down a ball once.
When we first did that Preath video. Like, I just saw them and saw beauty, and I saw everything, and then it just kind of turned into a thing that we both like. So
Your answers
we're
are
going
cute.
to they're a little extra, but I like it. That is our official answer, and I'm never going to be ashamed of that, because I actually think
Shame.
I know that's actually a thing. I don't think it's a bad thing, because somebody's wanted to know about a couple or whatever. That's how they started getting into soccer. Then that's how they started really promoting it. You know, going to games, really being a fan, and I think it could bring in interest for any reason. I think any reason to bring in interest. I don't think it's a bad thing. So,
well, lesbians love other lesbians.
Yeah, they really do.
That's the truth.
I really think.
Hold on.
Outfit change.
Also,
Demi Lovato.
who is on my sweatshirt?
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato.
That's hot. I just wanted to answer that question because we never really officially said how we got it. But I will say, if the viewers weren't as helpful as to like helping us learn a lot of the things, it would almost be like it'd be turned off. It'd be like, oh, I don't want, but maybe. But they were so helpful. A lot of people used to watch the videos, and now
they provided a lot of
information. Yeah, so that's how we really got in.
The uneducated.
Exactly. We love it. We're so happy we made that video in last July. Aren't we so happy what it's kind of turned into? Like, just such an interest that we both have.
We're all a good family on the Utes.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to talk about that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was one of the questions yesterday was, what are the ramifications for the players if the Olympics get canceled or postponed or canceled? We'll just go with canceled.
We can talk about that, but did you want to add something?
I did.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
One of the things I said, well, it would be sad because, say, if this is Carly's last tournament, Allie or Ashlyn's or Tobin or Kristen's last tournament, that would be sad. That would be the last thing to end on, a canceled tournament or a canceled Olympics. But somebody who commented yesterday brought up a really good point. The last Olympics for the women's team was kind of a disaster. They lost to Sweden in the quarterfinals. They were very unhappy with the result. It was kind of it wasn't good. So that's
right.
And in 2012 they did well, but if the last remembrance of some of these girls to be on the team was that disaster of an Olympics, you want to redeem yourself.
Exactly.
You know, Kristen Press was on the team, but they didn't win any medals. So Tobin has her Olympic gold medal from 2012, but Kristen doesn't even have an Olympic medal. So that's another thing I kind of want to talk about. That, and Carly, she's not going to go out the last Olympics losing in the quarters.
She'll play until she's 45.
I know.
Has to.
She has to. Well, Tom Brady, he just signed with the Buccaneers, so
he's canceled.
No, he's canceled. So, I wanted to bring up that because that was such an important comment, and that's one of the things I love. The commenter had said that they were not happy, obviously, being so bad at the last Olympics, and that's not how they want to go out.
No way.
Kristen Press needs her Olympic medal. A lot of the other girls need their Olympic medals, and hopefully gold. Okay, so going on with the Olympics thing, if anyone caught the Megan Rapinoe did a Instagram live yesterday, and we talked about yesterday, a lot of people are doing lives. The wind down, that's hot. I loved it. So it was her and Sue Bird, and the first thing I want to talk about before we get into what we're going to actually kind of react to is that they talked about the Olympics, and they talked about what they have been hearing as athletes of the Olympics, and there's been more news coming out today, but they were basically saying if it's going to get canceled, there's a good possibility it's going to get canceled for a whole entire year. That's what they were saying. It's not going to necessarily, or postponed. So it's not going to necessarily get canceled, but it'll be postponed for possibly a year.
Well, didn't they say there's like certain rules where it has to be before December?
That's exactly what they were talking about last night. Sue was telling Megan.
But they can break the rules.
Well, that's exactly what
an exception.
If there's any exception, it's this year.
Yeah.
So that's what Sue exactly told Megan, said cannot, if it doesn't happen in this calendar year, it cannot happen. And then that's exactly
it will happen.
That's what Megan said. She goes, who made these rules? These are such dumb rules.
I agree.
And some people are saying it might get postponed for 2 months. But based on what anyone knows right now, the athletes are pushing for it to be postponed. They are athletes are pushing for it. So hopefully hopefully it gets postponed because the athlete's health is number one. Totes. So it was funny. We're gonna react to something, but the other thing in the live that Sarah and I loved was that Megan kept saying how she wants to eat all her quarantine food. Hashtag relatable, because every single night, I mean, everyone sees the memes and stuff.
No, what about the realest moment between them where Megan was like, maybe she.
Oh no, that's what we're reacting to.
Oh.
blah, 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 blah.
I knew that.
You know,
I didn't read the notes. Okay? I didn't read the notes.
Sarah's still working. So Sarah worked this morning, so she is still working. So the other thing that they don't really want to work out, which you would think too, professional, the highest caliber athletes actually don't want to work out. Actually gives Sarah and I hope,
working out
because
I hate
working out's hard.
It feels good afterwards, but like actually doing it and like getting myself motivated to do it, it's like ugh.
Don't tell Carly Lloyd that. That girl is up at probably 6 a.m. working out every day.
Imagine like living with her. She would like drag you out the house.
Yeah, she goes, no, girlfriend, you're going.
You're going on the walk today.
She totally. But she might be one of those people who are so good at working out, but still doesn't like it. There's people like that too.
That's true.
Okay, so last night during Sue and Megan's live, there was an iconic moment, and it was such a real moment between them. Like, it was such a real moment. It's like, okay, let's watch it and then let's talk about it. Do you want to do that?
It was a total relationship.
I know. Okay, it's pretty quick, but I do want to. You need the. Okay, here we go.
My daughter loves you guys.
My daughter loves you guys.
Word.
She might be gay. No problem, but she might. I'm just saying, if there's warning signs. You have to be gay to like you? No. Just said that. No, I didn't.
My daughter loves you guys.
Word.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
She might be gay.
Sue's face.
She shook.
Not probably, but she might. I'm just saying, if there's warning signs. You have to be gay to like you? No. Just said that. No, I didn't.
My daughter loves you guys.
So it's on Instagram. Search Megan Rapinoe.
I'm sure everybody's seen it by now.
That was so iconic. That was like, the most real, like such a real moment in a relationship. Like somebody says something, it's alive, so like you can't edit it. And then Sue had such a real response, and
it reminded me of us.
Yeah, it did. I would be Megan. No. You would be Megan.
No. I'm Megan.
And then I'm
saying
Sue.
just things, whatever. You're definitely Sue.
Like, you can't say that. That's whatever, offensive, whatever. But I was telling Sarah, it's so funny because Megan, I think of her as such an alpha female, like alpha. When she's with Sue, it almost turns into, she's like the beta, Sue's the alpha. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, you see always Megan as like, I don't want to say the aggressive one or the, what's the word? The dominant one. Yeah. But in that relationship, it's like Sue's the dominant, Megan's the
interesting.
Is the dominant.
It appears that way. We don't.
Yeah, just by looking. Oh God, no. Yeah, just by looking
I
at
haven't
it.
set up spy cameras yet.
They're in Connecticut
Right now?
Yeah.
Why?
They got stuck there because they had to go do something for ESPN, and so they're stuck. They're not stuck, but they're not leaving.
Road trip, bitches.
Well, we live in New England too, so.
Oh, what part of Connecticut?
Oh, I don't know. Probably near Bristol. I don't know. It looked like an Airbnb or something. Yeah, house there. Or maybe it's like an ESPN house.
Oh, I thought they were like. Oh, okay.
You thought they were in Seattle.
This is news to me.
But yeah, you almost look at see Megan as almost a submissive one. But
well, Sue said her mom was in New York.
Yeah, I think that's where she's
I
from.
guess they're not traveling.
She's from Long Island originally. So, what did you think of that moment?
It was so funny.
And then what did you think about Megan almost being like the submissive one in that relationship?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting power dynamic.
Very interesting because they are so, like, I would actually say
what it appears.
Yeah.
I should say.
And I would always think, at this point, I think Megan Rapinoe is more famous, however you want to say, than Sue. But Sue is such the best women's basketball player of all time, some would say. Yeah. But it's so interesting. These lives are giving golden moments. God, what if Kristen Tobin went live? That was not re-ink or anything.
What about Lisa Leslie?
Oh, she's really good. She's like the best too. Who do you guys think is the best? Lisa Leslie?
I used to watch it. WNBA way back in the day.
Diana Taurasi, which, yeah.
Yep, so I know who that is.
You're a bad lesbian.
Wow.
Sports lesbian.
Yeah.
Did anyone know?
I knew Lisa Leslie.
That's true. So I was watching, no one cares about this, but I'm going to talk about it because I'm a gymnastics fan. I was watching Morgan Hurd's live last night because, as anyone knows, she's 2007 world champion, Morgan Hurd. Amazing. I asked her a question on live. I go, who's your favorite 90s gymnast? Because I love 90s gymnastics. And, Shannon Miller, Carrie Stokes.
Like 2000 something.
Yeah, exactly. She goes, I don't know any. She literally said she knows none. And I thought it was so funny because, you would think, they would know, but Morgan Hurd, she's my favorite gymnast right now.
Well, I feel like if I was an athlete, I wouldn't necessarily know, let's say I was a soccer player, I wouldn't necessarily know all
ones from the 80s or something. Yeah.
I guess the women's soccer's so small that maybe you do, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
And we're loving all the lives. We're loving the one we saw last night. This moment was hilarious. What do you guys think? We're gonna hopefully get a video up every day. And this week we are doing the Crashland wedding reaction.
Yes.
Yeah, this week it will be posted between Monday and Friday. I don't know what day, but it will be happening this week. The long-awaited Crashland wedding.
Finally happening.
It's gonna happen. She's the cutest. Love you guys. Talk to you. I hope you guys are staying safe. We'll see you guys later. Bye.